Hi ladies, it's Suzanne with another entree option for you to try. This is my cheesy chicken king, and we're going to make it a little easy because, you know, a lot of times when you're coming home from a busy day, it just takes a really long time to cook a chicken. So I'm going to actually use half of this rotisserie chicken that I've purchased in the store, and the other half I'm going to show you in another recipe suggestion. So our ingredients to get started will be 6 puff pastry shells, because that's what we're going to put our cheesy chicken king in. We're going to have 1 rotisserie chicken, 1 can, and that would be your 10.5 ounce can of cream of chicken soup, 4 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese, 2 jars of pimentos, and the jars, let me show you what size the jars are. They're this size, so I don't think it has how many, 4 ounces, so it's going to be a total of 8 ounces of your jar. I have here 1 cup, 8 ounces of portobello mushrooms that I've sliced. They're little baby portobello mushrooms, baby bellas I think they call them, and 1/2 cup of light cream. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to start cutting up the chicken, and then we'll kind of mix everything together. See you in a bit. Alright ladies, what I've done is I've taken half of the chicken, and that is a large rotisserie chicken. So if you get a small one, then you might use the whole chicken. But if you get one large, this makes 2 great meals that you can have for the week. Alright? Okay ladies, so what we're going to do is we're going to start by putting in our pan the cream of chicken soup. We're going to add the mushrooms. We're going to add the pimentos. And we're going to add the light cream. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to put in the Philadelphia cream cheese, our star. And what we're going to do, we're going to take this on the stove. Now I've cut up the chicken, so I have a couple of bowls of this half of the chicken. And ladies, when I said half a chicken, I mean a large rotisserie chicken. If you have a small one, then you would use a whole chicken. I get the large one because then I can make 2 meals that I don't have to worry about for the week. And that saves me 2 days. So, alright, now that we have this, we're just going to kind of start real quickly. And we're going to move it over to the stove and start cooking it. Okay, ladies, so now I've preheated the oven at 400 degrees, and we're going to pop in our puff pastry. And that can be cooks for about 20 minutes, sometimes 25. You'll know when it rises. You'll know that it's done. And we're going to let those cook while we're cooking on top of the stove. I also put them in the top rack so that the bottom doesn't burn. Sometimes if you have it too low of a rack, the bottom of the pastry will burn. So that's in the oven, and now we're going to start with our chicken, a cheesy chicken king. Okay, so as you can see, we're just mixing around, just trying to get it all together in flavor. And then to season, if you want to add a little salt, I like to add a little salt, just a taste, and some crushed pepper. Alright, the Philadelphia cream cheese, I learned this, you know, I had a different recipe, and when I added the cream cheese to it, it comes out so creamy, and it's such a delicious meal. It's a good warm meal. You know, sometimes I call it a comfort meal, when you want to have something just really, really comforty and warm. So this is cooking, and the other thing that I'll do as well is the half of the chicken. And you can see I really did use a half a chicken. I'm going to pour the juice in here. I don't need it for the other recipe, so you don't need to put other juice in here, but I just like to put some of that in here. It just gives it a little extra flavor. Alright. Alright ladies, and this is actually the 4th bowl I'm putting in here of the chicken. And you add that at the end. You just want to warm it up because it is cooked and you don't want it to get too dry. So you add that. And the rotisserie, as it's cooking, it gives it such a nice added flavor. And it saves time when you don't have to when you don't have to cook that as well. Alright, so now I think we're ready to go over and plate our dish. Okay ladies, so here's what the pastry will look like when it's done. And what you want to do is you just want to, if the top doesn't pop off itself, and then you just put a little hole in that. Here, as you see, like this one didn't pop. Now, we can save that for the top of it. So just kind of, it'll fold back. And this one, there we go. And we just, again, you just want to make a little indent. Okay, so what you do is you take, I'm going to get the plate for it here. You take one of your pastries, and then you spoon, and see how it's not runny. It's just so good. And some of the pimentos there. And the chicken, and then, yep, oh, let's see, we'll use one of the smaller ones, I guess. Put a little one on the top. And clean off our dish here. Excuse me. You can cut that part, right?
Yeah.
Okay, ladies, so now, I'm going to move this over here. This is the dish.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a good spot it?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, ladies, so now I'm going to taste it. Oh, this looks so good. Some of my mushrooms in there. Some chicken. Pimentos. I'm going to get some more.
Mm.
So good. I need to take a second bite because I just want to make sure it was perfected. Cooked to the right perfection. Okay, ladies. Again, this is my entree, a chicken cheesy king with Philadelphia cream cheese, and I hope you enjoyed as much as my family does. Thank you.